Hey there, beautiful people. It's Dina bringing another daily dose. I just wanted to hop on real quick and just give you a word of encouragement. If you're somebody that's going through something really hard right now, it feels like there's never going to be an end to it, or you just can't find any peace and joy in the situation. Maybe you're dealing with a breakup. Maybe you're dealing with a difficult season in your family, a financial issue, a health issue, whatever that might be. Maybe you're just navigating a really tough season as a special needs parent. I have had lots of those, and I still have lots of those. But I wanted to share with you that if you've ever gone through something hard before and you're on the other side of that, to remember that. Not to remember the negative thing, but to remember that you're on the other side of that. That if God has gotten you through one thing, He will get you through another thing. There were so many situations in my life that as I was going through them, I literally thought my life was going to be over. I remember the first time that I ever had my heart broken as a teenager. I was sitting in my mom's car and she's trying to console me, as all moms would do to their brokenhearted teenager. And I really felt like my life was over. I was so hurt. And now I look at it like how silly that was. But at that time, I felt like I was never going to get past that. But there were bigger things in my life, not just a first broken heart. There were bigger things in my life that were devastating that happened. There was a long season of grieving. My husband and I have gone through major trials in our life. We've gone through floods, literally floods and fires and extreme situations. And each time we were going through those, I just didn't think that I was ever going to get to the end of that. And I did. And you look back now and you have memories of that, but the feelings of it aren't really there anymore because I've moved past that and God has gotten me through that. Honestly, even childbirth, you could use that as an example. When you're going through the 9 months of carrying your child, there's ups and downs of that. And there's plenty of times in that season where you are really uncomfortable. And if you're going through labor, it's one of the most extremely painful things that a human being can go through. But very shortly after that, honestly, you forget the pain of it because you're enjoying the relationship with your new baby. But then those seasons change and you have ups and downs with your children, and they're good times and they're honestly times that are just gut-wrenchingly painful as a parent. But each time you do get through those and you move past those. And the older you get, the more you realize that each of those seasons that you went through didn't kill you. And a lot of times people say what didn't kill you makes you stronger. I actually believe that. I believe that whatever we get through, God does build strength and resilience. I think a lot of times He allows us to go through these difficult things because it builds the character that we need. I talk a lot about that on this channel. But I just want to encourage you that if you are going through something and you have gone through something before, remember that God got you through that. And He gets people through things even if they don't acknowledge Him, which I think is absolutely amazing. Even if you're not a believer, even if you don't even believe in God, you still get through things that on the other side of it, you look back and think, yeah, I thought my life was going to be over, but it's not. So He still, will bless you even if you don't acknowledge Him. Now, I do believe that if you acknowledge Him and you have a personal, intimate relationship with Him, then there's more there to see. There's more that God will do in that relationship with you. So I wanted to read a couple scriptures to you real quick that just kind of point to this. So in Ecclesiastes 1:9, this is in the NIV translation, it says, "What will be again, and what has been done will be done again. There is nothing new under the sun." Ecclesiastes 3:15, this is in the Good News translation. "Whatever happens or can happen has already happened before, and God makes the same thing happen again and again." Numbers 23:19, in the Contemporary English Version, it says, "Is no mere human. He doesn't tell lies or change his mind. God always keeps His promises." So if God promises us something, He's going to fulfill on that promise. He's not a man that He should lie. And if He's done it before, He's going to do it again. So if He's done it for somebody else, He's going to do it for you. Now, I do believe it's tied to our belief. I do believe that we have to partner with God and believe for that. If we are in this negative mindset all the time and we don't believe it's going to happen, then I think we're going to have a lot more challenges in front of us in that thing that we're trying to get through and overcoming that. But if God is not a man that He should lie, the Bible is filled with God's promises, and I've shared many of that with you. But if God has said that He's going to do it, then He will do it. And if He's gotten you through something before, He will do it again. And if He's done it for somebody else, He will do it for you. So take heart, because He will get you through the situation. Just look back over your own life and the times that you've gone through something hard, something devastating. Even something as like a death of a family member. I remember when my dad passed. It was devastating in the beginning of that. And it's been, we're going on 2.5 years now, and I still miss him deeply. But the pain that we went through in the very beginning is not there anymore. And I know that he's in a better place. And we look back on his videos and his pictures. My daughter Gracie just absolutely loves watching all his videos and his picture and looking at his pictures. Then I can remember him with joy in my heart. I'm not going through the grieving process of that anymore. So I know that if he can get me through something as devastating as that, then he can get me through anything that I'm walking through on a daily basis. Any difficult thing in my relationships, in my health, in my finances, in my special needs parenting journey, God is not going to leave me or forsake me. He's not going to leave you or forsake you. The Bible says that. He says that he fights for you. You only need to be still. He's a man that fulfills on his promises. So just continue to keep pressing in and remember those times that he's gotten you through something, and be thankful and grateful that he has. And if you're dealing with something hard right now, just know there is going to be a season where that is over and you won't be feeling those same feelings. Now, it doesn't mean you will forget the things that have happened, especially if they're traumatic, but you will get to a time in your life where they won't cause the same amount of pain. You will be able to rise above that, especially if you're walking side by side with God. He will show you things that, you weren't able to see through that situation that you were going through, that you might be able to see on the other side of that, even something devastating. So anyway, I hope this encourages you. Just keep pressing into God and that he will get you through that. He loves you. He's got a plan for you, and it's good. And he will never leave you, forsake you, and he's never going to go back on his promises. He will never lie to you. He can't do that and still be God. I love you, and I can't wait for us to be back together again. So have an awesome day. Bye.